Alrighty, welcome back to Final Fantathon, our marathon to casually let's play every single mainline Final Fantasy game in a row. And we just finished Final Fantasy 1. It was amazing, it was a ton of fun. And now we're moving on to Final Fantasy 2. But we need to do some talking about Final Fantasy 2 before we get started because it's a bit complicated. So Final Fantasy 2 released in... I don't even, it was like 19, let's see, sometime around 90, because Final Fantasy came out in 90. I don't know when it released in Japan, but it released in Japan shortly after Final Fantasy 1. But it did not release anywhere else. It was stuck in Japan. In fact, Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3 were stuck in Japan. And the first game we got here after Final Fantasy on NES was this game, Final Fantasy 2 on Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, this was not Final Fantasy 2. It was actually Final Fantasy 4. We did not get Final Fantasy 2 until way later, 11 years, actually 12 years after that game, in the form of Final Fantasy Origins on PlayStation 1, which has an upgraded version of Final Fantasy 1 and an upgraded version of Final Fantasy 2. But unfortunately, this is the oldest we can get, is this version. And for this marathon, we're doing the original releases of each game, as original as we can get in terms of releasing to the world. And so this is as early as we can get. So that means that we're going to be seeing quite the upgrade from Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 2 for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that this is upscaled quite a bit. They updated the textures, updated the model, the graphics. They added cutscenes. There's art galleries. There's detailed bestiaries. And it also says expanded event scenes and new story scenes. So there's a lot added to this than, the original game. So it's going to seem like quite the jump from Final Fantasy 1 because of that. The other reason it's going to seem like quite the jump is that it's on PlayStation. And the PlayStation upscales a lot better than the NES does, at least unmodded. So my NES is not modded. So when we played Final Fantasy 1, it was composite coming out of my original gray box NES. And then it was upscaled through my upscaler, but you can only do so much with composite. This game, however, is going through my PS2. I always play on my PS2 instead of my PS1 just because the upscale solution's a bit cleaner. Going through SCART and going through my upscaler. So it looks absolutely fantastic in comparison to a composite being upscaled. So for those two reasons, this is going to look like such a huge jump from Final Fantasy 1 to Final Fantasy 2. It's going to look like night and day. So, but for us, it'll be nice. We get to see all the extra stuff. And yeah, it should be enjoyable. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we go. Final Fantasy 2. Copyright 2003. Like 12 years after this game originally released. Actually, more than that, right? Because when I said Final Fantasy 1 released in 91, that was the American, that was the globalized version. The originals came out in like 87 and 88 or something. I'm going to skip that because I believe it plays right when we start the game. This says copyright 98. Or 1988, so yeah, I think that's the original release year. 88 would be the original release year of the original game, and I don't know what 2001 is. Maybe they made an updated version for Japan before Origins. Not sure. Alright, so we're going to keep these names because this is the first game that actually starts story and backstory and characters and whatnot. So we're going to keep the names. It's kind of weird that it has you like name them all right away before you even know who they are. So this is obviously added for this version. I don't think this is NES graphics. This is so early PS1 RPG. This game looks like it starts with Legend of, and then something. Well, her voice isn't annoying at all. Oh, why are they like robots? No, not the robot army. I don't know, they look... There's a certain amount of jank going on. I will agree. That was the most epic dagger throw I've ever seen. Oh my god. He put like his whole body into that dagger. How's the volume, by the way? It looks pretty good on my end, but let me know if it needs up or anything. Might be different for the cutscene also. She does look like Shauna from Legend of Dragoon. This is what happens when you wear really strange clothes. Robots come and burn down your village. Look at him run! That was great. That was such a great running animation. I wonder if this is added too. I feel like it probably is. This song. So the music is definitely updated a lot because, you know, they updated it for the PS1 instead of keeping like the NES sound. So it sounds a lot better. How's it going, little juice? You've come a long way from Finn, but you've nowhere left to run. Furion. No escape. By Imperial order, all who defy us shall be put to death. You've brought this upon yourselves. You peasants never learn, do you? Oh, is this from the original? Cool. Oh, nice magic. I like the Final Fantasy II battle theme. Well, this went well. Got him! We're just taking a nap. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about my history with the game. So, my eyes! So I played this game once. And I played a couple hours of it. So I am pretty blind when it comes to Final Fantasy II. But I've heard that battle theme many times because it's a really good one. But yeah, I'm pretty blind with this game. So I have not beaten this game before like Final Fantasy 1. So this will be a new adventure for all of us. And I'm pretty excited to play it because this is one of the more like mixed review type ones. Like a lot of people just never talk about Final Fantasy 2, and the people that do usually have some good and some bad to say about it. So this should be interesting to see. I've heard different things about it. Will he survive, Mindu? Yes, Your Highness. He should regain consciousness in no time. I feel strong energy from him. That is good. On the retreat out of Fynn, I found him and the other two lying in their own blood. That's violent. We should leave him for now. This magic sigil will strengthen his life force. Thank you, Mindu. That is wonderful. Well, let's join the others. They must be waiting for us. Once the Empire completes the dreadnought in Bafsk, they may well launch all-out war. We must move quickly. Where am I? Where's everyone else? Leon! Maria! Gus! Just like that, we already have more text than the entirety of Final Fantasy 1. We've already read more than we have the entirety of the first game. Furion, I'm so glad you're alive. I thought I'd sob. Ba, 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 ba. I've heard this theme too. This is a good one. Maria! Gus! Where's Leon? Fynn Princess saved us. Fynn Princess. Is that English? Fynn Princess saved us? Fynn. Am I reading this weird? Fynn Princess saved us. Fynn. Is it supposed to be Finn's princess? Or Fynn? But oh, because it's Gus talking and he talks weird. But Leon not here. I see. I'm sure he's fine. I'm still not controlling. I was so confused. I was like, why is he talking like that? I see you have regained your strength. Your Highness, please allow us to join the rebel forces. Nonsense. You would only waste your lives in the war. You must go home at once. But, Your Highness, we no longer have homes, and our parents, they're... Oh, I am very sorry for your losses. You are welcome to stay in Altair. You need only know our secret code to live here. There's a secret code to living here? Okay, I can control now. Why is Maria so, like, shady-eyed? She looks like she knows something. Can I, like, change the text speed? Yeah, it's, like, really slow. Wait, that's 3? Oh, higher is slower, okay. I was gonna say, that's pretty slow. Oh, nice. Auto-target is a thing. So, my guess is that the original didn't have auto-targeting, and this probably added it. Dash. Why would I want to turn that off? Cursor. I prefer memory. Do 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 do. Epic music. We can change the window color? Nice. Do I do red or white? White looks kind of cool. Red looks good too, though. I like it. Then this is added stuff. Wow. This art is so epic it made my monitor turn off. There we go. Wow. That's something. Is that a spider on his leg? What's on his leg? What the? What's going on with your clothes? That can't be how that's supposed to go. What a guy. This game's art style, at least with like the art on the disc and like the concept art that I've seen, is like super out there. It's very unique looking. The characters themselves are also pretty unique looking. I guess they were trying to like make them seem like rebels, so they wear like really crazy clothing and stuff. So looks like Maria is like fast and intelligent. I don't know what intelligence does for you because there's also a magic stat, but she's intelligent. Gus is the heavy hitter and Furion's pretty balanced. Is it me or does Gus seem like really good? He's better in every stat but agility. More HP, more attack, more strength, more endurance. I guess he has like no evasion, but more magic defense. Gus ain't screwing around. Okay, so there is front and back row. Keywords. We have nothing. I see your destiny is intertwined with mine. You must go to Finn. It will lead to your destined path. Okay. The password is Wild Rose. Don't forget. Memorize. The Wild Rose is Finn's crest, strong and beautiful as she once was. But now, oh, what will become of Finn? I hear captives are being gathered in Finn. Speaking of which, Maria's brother has been reported missing. Perhaps he is being held in Finn. Monsters prowl the city now, so even approaching it is dangerous. So, you've been using the password, have you? Continue doing so. It can unseal the lips of many who would not otherwise offer the time of day. Okay. You guys have really cool hats. To the east of here is the port town of Paloom, but you can't cross the lake without a canoe! You wish to go to Finn? Oh no, you shouldn't! The place is crawling with the monsters the Emperor brought. You'd be lucky to even make it to the village of Godria up north. So already this game is feeling a lot like Final Fantasy 1 with like the canoe and like the way the NPCs talk and like kind of hint at where you're supposed to go. But one thing that feels... First of all, the graphics are really different. And I don't think it's just the Final Fantasy... I don't think it's just because it's the PS1 version. Like, just in general, it looks a lot more, like, rustic. Also, the story sounds a lot like newer Final Fantasy games with, like... some kind of imperial force that you're against, and you're like the rebel army. Which is cool. Prince Gordon of Cassian Kingdom is here in Altair, but he seems to have lost all of his confidence. That's great. Can I take your goods? Let's go, monkey. I love Firion's hair. Princess Hilda fled Fynn when it was sacked by the Imperial Army, and so she came to Altair. She has taken command of the rebel army in place of the injured king. Okay. Yeah, running is really nice. No longer do I feel super slow like in Final Fantasy 1. Yeah, and the chests actually stay open. What an upgrade. I was hit in the back by an arrow. I have given my daughter Hilda the command of the army. That's it? Just one arrow to the back and you're out of commission. I mean, I guess I probably would be too, but... I mean, you still have your brain. They didn't hit you in the head. Obligatory first potion. I'm Pavel, the thief of all thieves. I've been making tons by stealing from the Empire's vault. I don't steal from the rebels. I'm from Fynn too, but the Emperor's dogs took my house and I haven't been back there since. Dude, that guy's a hero. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial Army hasn't arrived here yet, but we cannot hope for that to last forever. Is that Cloud? Is this Kid Cloud? Tubble the smith in the armor shop can work wonders with his tools, but it looks like he's not doing so well these days. That's sad. Cloud. Oh, I'm only a worthless old geezer. I'm no shaking bones and skin. I'm Tobal, the master smith for the rebel force. Okay. Well, I do have some money. I could buy a staff, but I don't feel like that would be smart. I don't think I have magic yet. I don't know, does Maria have magic? Nope. I could buy some leather caps. Let's buy some gloves. Oh my god, you can buy stuff so fast! The quality of life! Can I just do this? The quality of life is stunning. I'm gonna laugh when we go to Final Fantasy IV and it feels like way less quality of life because it's, well, I don't know. Most of that stuff was probably stuff they actually thought of, not added with the PlayStation version. I mean, according to the back of the case, they didn't really add anything like in terms of quality of life or anything. It just says enhanced graphics, sound and music, plus special features. I'll have to look up exactly what's different. Fire scroll. Cure scroll. I feel like that would be useful. Can Maria use this? Oh, yeah. The very first version of Final Fantasy III that was released was actually the DS version. So that's the version we're going to be playing, which is also going to be pretty weird. Hopefully I have room. Okay, so there's one specific thing I remember about this game, and I want to show it off if I can. We call it the Craig effect. A goblin! I should probably also mention the level up system in this game. It's the only mechanical thing that I know about this game, because a lot of people talk about it all the time. Leveling up in this game works very differently than a usual, like a regular RPG, or at least a regular Final Fantasy game. Everything levels up individual of each other. So like you get masteries in certain weapons, and then all of your stats just level up as you use them. So there's no level, which is really weird. And apparently they didn't like how it turned out, because every game after this just uses a regular level system, I believe. But yeah, this game has no levels, like your typical Final Fantasy. And I've heard that there is a way to like break the game by doing like saying to attack something and then canceling it. Apparently it still gives you a bonus to your stat, so you can like easily grind stuff if you just say you're going to do it and then cancel it. We're not going to do that because I don't think that's anything I would have figured out casually. But just throwing it out there, because apparently the level up system in this game is very, very broken, and that's one of the biggest gripes that people have with it. I do kind of wonder though, if like I would have figured it out casually, maybe on accident, if I went to like cancel something and then it leveled up and then I figured it out. I don't know. Hold on, let's see. I'm curious. If I save. Let's see. So, I think it's like, do you just do this? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe this? I don't know. That doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe it only works with magic. So it is working? Okay, so if I do this, and then I kill everything. Come on, Gus. You guys blow! Okay, so... Swordsman, shield, strength, intelligence, strength, spirit, intelligence, endurance. So, I don't know if I really got a lot of strength from that. But I got a ton of mastery. Just from doing that. So yeah. Apparently that's how the game's broken. I guess they just forgot to make sure that the attack actually goes off. Yeah, also my intelligence went down somehow. I don't know how that happened. That's pretty weird. But yeah, apparently you can break the game like that. So, yeah. Just a public service announcement. We're not going to do that, though, because I wouldn't have figured that out casually. I definitely wouldn't have figured it out casually because it doesn't tell you until after the battle's over. If it told you right when it leveled up, then there's a chance that like I went to attack something and then canceled it, and then their attack went up, and then I would have been like, ooh, what if I just spam it? But since it doesn't tell you until after the battle's over, I wouldn't have figured that out. But that's a cool little glitch if you want to know how to break this game in like 2 seconds. That's probably why a lot of people don't talk about this one very much. Holy cow! That's expensive. Once again, items are like mega expensive in this game. Can I use analog? Nope. The gates of Castle Finn have been locked by the Imperial army occupying it. We can't go in there. The town has changed too. Now you only see Imperial soldiers and monsters there. Oh, found the church. Nothing happened. I wonder if this game has the same mechanic as Final Fantasy 1, where if someone dies, you have to take them there. I don't know, did the item store have, like, Phoenix Downs? I didn't look. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Oh my god, 5,000 gil for one Phoenix Down? They exist, but am I ever going to actually buy them? Alright, well, obviously I don't have any money because I've only fought like one goblin, so we're just going to peace out. You can sleep at the inn, though. One gil. That's what you call a starter town. Nice, Big Red. You're definitely going to enjoy those. Wizard of Legend was one that I forgot about yesterday when you asked. That game is pretty fun. I didn't spend a ton of time in that game, but I did enjoy my time with it. Oh my. That's a suggestive hornet. Yeah, I mean, every Final Fantasy is broken in some way, but I would definitely say that it's quite the big oversight to allow you to just spam the attack command, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's a pretty big oversight. I would have to definitely I don't know, remove some points off my rating if I were a game reviewer for that kind of big mistake. Bombs. Uh-oh. Yep. So, this is what we like to call the Craig effect. Yeah. This is the other thing about this game that I remember. So, we were talking about this the other day. I can't remember if it was during Fantathon or not, but this game has this really wild mechanic on the world map where if you go the wrong way, the game just kills you. There's no... Like, I'm pretty baffled by this decision, like, this choice, right? Because the game doesn't even tell you, like... Okay. The game doesn't really tell you, like... to save. Like, the game doesn't save at the ends. Like Final Fantasy 1. You have to go in the menu and save. So the game doesn't, like, tell you to save. And if you just wander into the... I mean, I'm not even that far off the beaten path. But I'm supposed to go north. And I started going south. So the game's just like, you're dead. And there's no, like, sign to tell you. Not even the NPCs said, like, hey, don't go south. The monsters are really scary down there. Like, nothing. No warning. Just, you went the wrong way. You're dead. And that's quite the baffling decision, in my opinion. I don't understand why they did that. I also kind of wonder if you were to get pretty far south before getting into a fight and save, which is would be pretty common, because if you are trying to avoid these crazy hard battles, you'd be saving constantly on the world map. You could save in, like, an area that's dangerous, and then potentially, like, soft lock yourself. So yeah, really strange decision. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they wouldn't... Like, I can understand if they wanted it to be kind of a way of telling you not to go that way without being so abrupt about it, but at least put, like, a wooden sign on the world map that you read and it says, like, danger or something, you know? Like, anything. The fact that I could just be halfway through that forest and suddenly fight enemies that kill me in one hit. And, like, they're not just strong enemies. Like, they are, I do 0 damage and they do 10 times my health bar enemies. You know what I mean? It's not like they're just hard enemies. Like, no, they are auto death. And I don't even know if fleeing works well against high level enemies in this game. And it's interesting because later on in the series they would do stuff like that, but it was done so much better. Like, for example, the T-Rexes in Final Fantasy 12. There's this enemy in the first area that, like, auto kills you if you fight it. But right before you fight it, right before you walk up to it, one of the characters is like, watch out for those T-Rexes. So it kind of, like, warns you about it. And it's a good way to, like, put the player in their place. If the game says, like, be afraid of that, and they're not afraid of that, then it's the game's way of saying, like, you should have listened. You should have listened, and now you're dead. And also, the T-Rex looks really scary, so, like, you have to make the decision to fight. It's not just a random battle on the world map where you can't see it. You can see the T-Rex and be like, uh-oh. So I feel like it's done way better there. And you can run away from the T-Rex pretty easily because it's slow. And you'll notice, like, a lot of games that have a beginner's trap like that, the enemy ends up being really slow, so you can actually run away. And that's kind of the game's way of, like, teaching you that. But not here. Here it's just like, by the way, you're dead. Yeah, and the T-Rex doesn't attack you unless you attack it. So, like, they figured it out later how to do it better. In this game, I can't say it is very useful. And, you know, in Final Fantasy 1, they had great ways of keeping you out of areas you weren't supposed to be in. Those are terrifying. What in the world? Oh, God. I'm getting Craiged again. So here, it's not exactly auto-death, but it's close. Great. Yeah, so, long story short, what I'm trying to say is, the world map in this game blows. Not a fan. I like the idea of punishing the player for going the wrong way, but it needs to be done a bit better. Because I have no idea where I'm going, and I shouldn't just be punished. Like, don't get me wrong, part of me likes the fact that it's like this, you know? It forces the player to think before moving, but at the same time, it's pretty frustrating to have to save every 5 seconds because the next random battle could one-shot me. And it's not like I have much of a, like, I don't know, everything just looks like grass. You know? Like, at least if maybe I went up here and then the level, like the world changed, maybe there was like a desert, and the desert was dangerous, then I could just be like, okay, avoid the desert. But I'm literally just walking through a forest and all of a sudden the enemies are 20 levels ahead. They're both good, Big Red. I would probably recommend 2, I guess. Like, you don't need to play 1 to play 2, but honestly, I'd play both if you can. What do the L buttons do? L1 goes in items. L2 goes to equipment. R1 goes to stats. R2 goes to formation. I don't even have a map. Like, how am I supposed to know? Am I allowed to go this way? No. I can't even get away. Spilled my coffee on myself. I didn't get any on me, did I? So, I suppose maybe I was supposed to go east instead of west. What's weird that, like, I wish they had put the difficult enemies right on the other side of the bridge. Then I would have just known, don't go this way at all. But, like, the beginning of this area has goblins. And then at some point, there's a line. There's a line where Craig was like, alright, I'm taking over. You'll know when you stop dying. Like, if I'm not supposed to go west, then just put a sign right before that bridge. Or just, as soon as you walk over that bridge, you just die a horrible death. If you go to the Fantathon page, Eric, you can see all the versions of all the games we'll be playing. This is the PS1 Origins version, because this is the first version that was released globally. We're playing all of the original as we can get for every game. And unfortunately, this is as original as it gets, because they didn't release this game to the world at first. Goblin, 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 emerald weapon. Why is Gus in yellow health? Oh, because he's poisoned. But he took 0 damage from poison. Why are we so inaccurate? It's so weird not getting experience. I keep thinking I should be getting experience and I'm not. Am I allowed to go this way? Well, this is where I came from. I'm lost. I did get a haircut. I just love that, like, the very beginning of this game is like, go north, you're dead. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. You're dead. Yeah, so like I said before, this game has a really unique system where you don't get levels or experience, you just get stats by using them. And also, like, stats can go down and stuff, too. It's very, very different. Alright, we improved our skills. Maybe we'll stop missing everything. I can't wait to walk this way and die in 2 seconds. The real Final Fantasy starts here. We're gonna save. I don't know what's up here. Yeah, don't do a permadeath challenge in Final Fantasy 2, that's all I'm saying. Probably won't go very well. Yeah, I think as adults we can look at this and think like it's just the game's way of like hurting you in the right direction. But I would definitely say as a kid I would have hated that kind of mechanic. I would have just been like, why can't I kill these enemies? This game blows. I didn't have as much patience as a kid. So Finn is across the lake, is what he said. And everyone else is pretty much not helpful. Okay, I saw Finn. You'd grind until you could win one of those fights? I don't think you could. I mean, like, the were-rat ones, yeah. But the ones, like, from going south, no way. They were doing 10 times my health. And I was doing 0 damage. You'd have to grind for days. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know if you could grind at all, because the grinding in this game is weird. I don't know if you would ever have the right equipment. Plus, they might scale. Yeah, I don't know. It might be actually impossible to win those fights. Okay, so it's over there. So can I go this way without getting spooked? I have Cure, which I should start using just to see if it like levels up or anything. I'm making some good money. Yeah, then again, if you do the glitch that I showed earlier, maybe you could actually figure something out to where you could break it. I do find it pretty weird that they didn't fix that glitch, given that this is a later version. Somebody has said that they fixed it in the Game Boy version. That's pretty weird that they fixed it there but not here. Oh no. A single goblin.